As soon as we get a few folks in here, I'm going to see if the microphone is working. I actually do have a microphone hooked up this time, so I wasn't satisfied with the way the sound was before. It felt and sounded really generic, so hopefully this will remedy things. And the camera angle is a little off. There we go. Hey, Miss Marilyn. Hey, Miss Marilyn, can you tell me what the sound is like right now compared to the last week? I think it was only last week or two. Um, I felt like the sound was really generic, echoey, and like in a tin can, kind of cheap. I actually have a microphone hooked up this time, but that is going to impede my ability to keep the battery charged up. So I will have to pay attention to that. And I'll have to unhook the mic at some point to be able to power up, basically. So everybody seems to think that it sounds okay. I don't know if it's an improvement over what we had or what we have had, what I did have last week, but I really don't know. Maybe this phone is broken. I've never messed with an iPhone before. It does have some issues I've noticed, so that tells me that it's possible that the microphone could be busted. Maybe it's even the speaker that makes it sound a little weird. I'm not exactly sure, but I did click into it, and compared to other things that I've listened to, it sounded a little tinny and stuff like I described. So if you guys don't mind, hit the thumbs up or down. Either way, down is fine. Just any feedback for the Google thought machine that cares what you think. Of course, it's not that I don't care what you think. I enjoy feedback from everyone. And as you can see, I've got a box out here. I threw this up here just so I would have something on the table for right now. And this actually came from Dan. Is he in there? I see everybody saying hello to Dan. So Cyanide Cookies must be in the chat. There he is. Congrats, Divine Spirit. What am I looking at for Divine Spirit's taco? Let's see. Hi, Smokey. Had my first MRE. Oh, cool. Beef stew, of all things. Beef stew is not a bad starter, to be honest. I don't know what year you had, but beef stew is a pretty solid menu. I'm a big fan of beef and potatoes, though, so call me biased. That's because I kind of am when it comes to my favorite menus and stuff. Uh-oh, looks like Smitty, IMPs complete me. Looking forward to this. So I messaged Smitty, and thanks, Smitty. You guys got to go. If you're not already subscribed to Smitty's channel, well, I'm sure most of you guys probably are, but go over there, subscribe to his channel. I'll wait. I'll be right here. I won't go anywhere. Go subscribe to Smitty's channel, and then come back here, and we're going to do a menu tonight that Smitty doesn't have in his... He's got a spreadsheet. I call it a spreadsheet, called a... Is that what it is, a spreadsheet? I don't know. I'm not... I like the setup that you have going on. Mains and everything broke down into different sections of all the different years of IMPs, and obviously broken down per menu, by menu. We're trying, as a collective, as a whole community, I'm trying to help Smitty, and I know some other people are too, trying to help him compile the contents lists of all the IMPs. Basically, any IMP that we get our hands on, we like to get that information to Smitty, because he is the one who put these lists together, and he deserves all the credit in the world for doing such a thing, because, MRE Info has the exact same thing. Like when we talk about United States military MREs, going back to the very beginning, and there's never been a Canadian list. There's been a partial list here and there, but nothing ever solid all the way back, all the way through, and that's what he's trying to put together. And much respect from my end, because I wouldn't even know how to do something like that outside of writing it down. I'm sure I could figure it out, but writing it down and figuring it out, I'm sure you guys just heard the little babies. They are getting ready to make an appearance up here. Just looking for a particular IMP real quick. Let me look at Smitty's list again real quick that he just gave me. Let's see. Any of the white ones in the 08 Ville Cutlets. So, any of the white ones. Well, I don't think it was the same year that I have as far as this ham steak and pineapple sauce. Mine's a 96, but I'm pretty sure it was B Temple that did one. And we're going to go with this 97 beef macaroni just because that was the first thing I saw. And I find this interesting. This intrigues me to find out, did this thing suffer some sort of damage, because it was obviously in a very moist environment at one point, because it's moldy. All right, I hear kittens that want to come up here and say hello, so let's get them out for a minute. Oh. Come on, guys. Hi. Oh, look how cute you are. Yep, I'm going to carry all of you at once. Oh, silly. I guess I'm not carrying all of you. Only 3 of you at one time. Don't crawl off while I'm over here. Oh, come here. Hi. Hi. This one right here is the little monster. It's humongous. And I've noticed a couple of them got a little bit of eye issues. That's typical. They crawl all over each other, so they're going to get little pecks in their eyes from a claw or something. And they all seem to be really healthy. This one's got sneeze on its back, little droplets. Yes. Hi, can I rub your face? Let me rub that stuff out of your eyes. Come here. Come here. It's okay. Aw. I'm going to open them up now. Oh, I know. I know. Oh, looks like I got another super chat. Someone was kind enough. Cyanide Cookie says, I want to be just like Smitty. Well, thank you so much for that super chat, man. I think we all, if we strive to be a little more like Smitty, we'd be better off, right? Smitty's a good guy. He really is. Excuse me. That wasn't me joking. That was, I just had the cough. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me use my shirt and wipe your eye out. Both of them. I know you fight me just like a little baby. Oh, you look better with your eyes cleaned out a little bit. It's not perfect. Come here. Someone, I think it was K-Man, told me that these are called tabby cats. I didn't know that, actually. I just always called them tiger stripe kitties. Oh, look at that stuff in your eye. Daggone it. Oh. My shirt's going to be full of eye goop. Oh, you're too cute. Okay. This one's tiny. It's tiny. I did feed them a few times formula just because I feel like an extra meal here and there can benefit them. I feel like she is... I've been giving her 2 cans of cat food a day plus all the dry food she can eat. But she's still getting skinny. Of course, I guess it's bound to happen. Oh, look at you. Look at you, you little lion. You look like a little lion. Yes, you do. Hi. Hi, pretties. Hi. Oh, hi. It's okay. You don't have to be afraid, guys. Oh. Here, big gray one. I didn't get your eyes cleaned. You're the only one. May as well get you all. Huh. Oh, I know you don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, open your eyes back up. There you go. Oh, who's crying? Oh, little black one. Come here, baby. Come here. Oh, yeah, my beard make you sneeze. I'm sorry. Oh, 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 you look like a little Yoda. You look like a Yoda. Yes, the way your little ears are and your head shape. Yes, let's see if anybody else sees it. Looks like a little Yoda. With the little downed ears. Oh, look at them paws. Look at them paws. Oh, you don't like being on your back? Are you one of them ones that don't like to be on your back? Can't see the camera if you don't on your back. It's okay. Here. There's your siblings. They can barely walk. They shake really bad. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi. They're just about too cute. Oh. Oh, I've got you. It's okay. It's okay. Oh. 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 Nope. Nope. You just about. Yep. You just about jumped off the table. It sounds like it's time for Mama. She must be due to feed you guys. And their eyes are like crazy water, and I think it's where they're not used to the bright light. I think that's probably making them. But the gray ones are much larger than the other three, especially this one. I mean, that could change within the next couple weeks, though. No guarantee it's going to be the largest one. Oh. Hey, B Temple. Can't beat a good IMP. Bring back the rectangular... Wait, what does that say? The rectangular bread? Oh, yeah. The little loaves of bread. You know, they're good. They're just about the same as the buns, though, I feel like. I don't know. They were a little more dense. You got me thinking, like, which would I rather have? I wonder if there's a difference in weight, in size, between the loaf of bread and the bun. I've never paid any attention to what the weight, if there even is a weight on the bun, and what the weight on the loaf is. But I know a lot of people would agree with B Temple. You guys really, if you haven't subscribed to B Temple's channel, I don't know what you're doing. You got to go subscribe to all the Canadians, Trucker, Smitty, and B Temple. Those are like the three guys that I think of when I think of the Canadians. So, but thank you so much, B Temple, dude. You did not have to do that, man. I very much appreciate it. And you know, I don't know, it just made me start thinking about, because of the super chat that he just sent, I got to thinking, I was looking into the other day of trying to ship a kitten to someone, right? And I was like, Canada would be the closest place because I don't know anybody in Mexico. As far as having to put a cat on a flight. And it gets really complicated. Extremely complicated. Pretty much the cheapest way you could do it would be about $300 today through a cargo service, through a airport. And you really got to know what you're doing. And then you got to spend about $300 more at a vet to get them chipped and all the other stuff that they need before they can be put on a plane with other animals. So, another super chat. Dude, CT, just Trucker and Temple. The other isn't worth the watch. Oh, boy, that's cutting low right there. I've already been talking about Smitty and all the menu compilation that he's doing, compiling all the menu info. But thanks so much for the super chat, dude. That's a mutual thing that they got going on. If you don't know, if you're an outsider to that group, he's just poking fun at Smitty, by the way. Or maybe he means it. I know better. Who's screaming? Who's screaming? Is it you? I know you are. Oh, it's okay, honey. It's okay. Oh, my. All right, I'm going to go get your mom, guys. And we're going to put you guys back in your box, in your little house. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, my. They're just adorable. They're like little teeny tiny teddy bears. Oh, I know that bright light. That's a bothersome, isn't it? Yes. Come here. Come here, Chubby. You and your twin can go back first. Oh, I'll tell you what. Let me take this out of here, though. Get you a new one. Boom. Nice, clean spot for you guys. All right. Come on, little ones. Come on. I'm going to get your mommy back in here, okay? Come here, Skinny. Oh, you're so tiny. You're so tiny, but you seem like you got enough energy. Oh, okay. All right, let me get her in real quick. Gigi. Get it, 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 get it. Gigi. Come on, hurry up. Come on. Your babies want you. Come on. Hurry. She came in, but she did not go to him. Couldn't catch her. She's in here, though. So that's good enough for me for now. If she hears him crying, she'll have to go to him, right? If she's any kind of a kitty mother. Kitty mama. All right. Let's going to start with not this, but this box that Dan sent. I have not even a little bit of a clue about what could be in here. Let me get that American flag out of the background. Seems how I'm dealing with Australian stuff right now and then Canadian stuff in a minute. If I can get the camera. There we go. I think that's about right. Anyway, it looks like, before I go any further, Dan, I know you're in the chat. Dan, can you tell me if it looks like this thing has been unmolested, if it has not been touched by customs? Because I don't think it has, but with the tape, I mean, there was a slip here. I really hope that they didn't screw with whatever he sent. I think I can peel this off the top if I'm careful. Nope, it's taped. Dang it. It's not going to work. I can't get the address off, but given an idea, I hope that customs has not messed with it. Let me see if Dan answered. Yep, looks pristine. Good deal. Because I was actually a little bit worried after I got to thinking about it. I told him, I was like, it made it in one piece. I think it's untouched or unmolested. And then I got to thinking, like, maybe they taped it back up and, just did a good job at taping it back up. But, nope. Dan says it's good, so it's good. And it looks like I don't think this opens on the bottom. So that's not going to work. I'm going to have to open it up here anyways. Let me see if I can get this opened up without doxing Dan. All right. Pretty sure I'm going to have to open it this way. Yeah. Yeah, this has got to be right? Now I've got to get this side without flipping it. No, I can do it like this. Yeah. There we go. Use my left hand because I'm so coordinated with my left hand. I don't know about you guys, but whatever hand is not your dominant hand, if you try to do stuff with it, does it make you feel stupid? It does me. Like, if I try to do something with my left hand, I'm like, I can't believe I feel so dumb. I should use my left hand a whole lot more often than I do. I even am conscious of it, and I try to think of times like, okay, use your left hand, you know, in a situation where it's not going to be dangerous or something, which, I mean, with a knife could be, but I'm not trying to save my life or slash anything crazy right now. So, okay. This is a box from Cyanide Cookies, or Dan, over in Australia. It's traveled a long ways. This is a very interesting feeling box. This feels almost like a ration box that I've had before. Very smooth on the inside. I wonder if it was a ration box. All right. The flap is coming off. The flap is off. We've got bubble wrap. Let me put this smoke away. All right. I see something right here, right off the bat, that's wrapped up in the bubble wrap. That is Heat Seeker Chili. It's the Morga Scorpion Powder, made from 100% Trinidad. I'm not pronouncing that right. Moruga? Is it Moruga? Does anyone know what happened to MRD? Oh, no, I don't. These are scorpions, too. Trinidad Moruga? Scorpions? Does it have a Scoville? Is that glass? That is glass. Okay. Hang on a second, because it's... not going very deep on this, but I'm going for it. Hey, Horny Animal, hope everyone had a good week. Well, thank you so much for that super chat, and I would have to agree with Horny Animal and say the same. And thank you so much for the super chat, and wishing everybody had a good week. I'm going to regret this. I don't have much to drink here. I do have a bottle of water, so that should be enough. This, wait a second. Let's see if it's got a Scoville rating on here real quick. 1.2 million. It was the hottest chili in the world in 2012 with an average of just over 1.2 million of the Scoville. The shoe rating, which is, the Scoville. And some pods as hot as 2 million shoe. So not only are they incredibly spicy, they are delicious as well. A flavor for making sauces and seasonings. Use this powder sparingly in any food that needs a little bit of kick. Made by Wildfire Chili. PTY? I don't understand what PTY. It's probably just skipping my head right now. Anyway, I'm just going to try it. Let me smell it first. I keep delaying. Ooh, no, it smells extremely... Okay, you can't really smell heat. But if you've had hot stuff before... there is a smell associated with extremely hot stuff that is indistinguishable from anything else. It's very unique, and I don't know anything else that even compares to this smell. It's almost like a slight chemical tinge with a slightly... I mean, it does burn my nose a little bit, but that's because I'm getting way up in there trying to get a real good reading on it. What does that remind me of? a little bit, when I say like, not necessarily paint, but kind of put it in the same realm of a paint smell, but a whole lot weaker than that. It's got a twist to it, almost like a citrusy twist. Anyway, I'm just, like I said, this is probably too much, actually, to be, wow, it's up in my nose. It's not horribly up in my nose, but it's definitely completely changed the way my nose feels. It's almost like eating old food through my nose. If that, like, there's a numbness, and now a burning sensation. It's kind of runny, and now I'm going to end up having to sneeze. So, all right, I'm going to put it on my finger. And I'll get the rest of it. I'm just going to dump it. Yeah, I know. Stop stalling. Here we go. It's because I'm going to sneeze. Oh. It's got me good. I just, yeah, I really took a second. I want to sneeze again. It's right there. I'm on the edge. Oh. 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 I think that's it. All right. Anyway, on the finger. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's hot. Oh, my nose. I'm not licking the lid out. It's hot. It's been a long time since I've partook. My heart rate's up. That's for sure. I'm wussing out. Oh no. It's not helping. Be right back. Oh, I went and got a cup of chocolate milk. It's friggin' hot. Hey, what's up, G Schultz? And Gun Dog. God, that was stupid. I should have done it at the end. So I could suffer quietly. At least not on Not being recorded. Oh. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh. It really kind of makes it worse. I'm such a wuss. You should have seen, Josh, when we did that 6 million Scoville hot sauce. I did a little tiny spoonful, and I do mean a tiny spoon. Like it fit down in the bottle. Came back up, had hot sauce in it and on it, and that's what I ate. Josh took the back of the spoon, the flat part, and stuck down in it, and just rubbed it on his tongue, and he was freaking out. I mean, he was literally laying in the middle of the street, out in front of Vic's house. Alright. Let's calm down. I got chocolate milk in my beard. I got an endorphin rush like I haven't had in a long time. You ever like almost hit a deer or something? Or eat something really, really hot? Or there's multiple ways that it can happen. But your body dumps all these endorphins all at once. And you get lightheaded. It's kind of like a rush. Oh. Okay. This cup is really weird. I'm not 100% sure, but it might not even be a cup. I found this probably like 20 years ago. I'm doing that so I can tip it over. And it says rainbow on the bottom. And I don't know if you guys, a lot of you folks that are my age or older will remember rainbow vacuum cleaners. And that's what I'm thinking that's from, is like an old rainbow vacuum cleaner. I could see using a little bit, like a little bit in like some chili or something like that, you know. I'm still recovering a little bit. My mouth is still hot, mainly my tongue, a little bit of the roof of my mouth. Cool air, sucking in cool air. It feels good. Alright, true test. Is lighting a cigarette back up. If I can handle that, I'm good to go. Okay. To continue with Dan's package, that's what she said. Ain't that right, G. Schultz? Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, dang it. Sorry, guys. I apologize. Anyway, continuing on with the package that Dan sent. I should tilt the camera down. That would make a lot more sense. There's, what is this? Australian-made genuine kangaroo scrotum. No freaking way. Is that for real? I'll bet that's for real. Genuine kangaroo leather. Do they really have scrotum? Oh, no way. This is not sewed together on either side. Alright. I gotta hand it. Man, I hate to open it. Let me, instead of wrecking it with these staples, let me straighten these staples out. And take them out properly. So this is a male kangaroo's ball container, is what it says it is, and I believe it, because how strange is it that there's no seam on this? So this is like the legit shape, which I'm not familiar with kangaroos in person, so I don't know what that would look like in real life, but I'm going to have to look it up. That's some nice leather. I wish I could smell it. That's what she said, right? G. Schultz. That's one of them days. But I don't see any seam here or over here. And then there's a little, like, to tighten up. Wow. Poor kangaroo. Look. It's even, right? Is that like the bulge? This is one of the more odd items now that I own. This is extremely interesting. And I'll bet we have some weird stuff similar to this here in West Virginia. Like possum. Like stuff made from possums and skunks and squirrels. There's lots of roadkill stuff, too. I almost want to look this up to see if this is actually... Alright, Dan. Cyanide cookies. Is this actually what this is? I mean, obviously that's what it says. I have to go take it. We'll be back. Might be a bit... Well, we'll see you shortly, my dude. I did say I found something interesting, some interesting things to send your way, Smokey. So this, I mean, is that really what this is? Or is this just like they put that on there as a novelty to say that's what it is? Look at that leather on the inside. Like, I would love to have a steering wheel made out of that. Or a seat, which obviously that's not going to work. But, what do I have? Got one. Yes, a ball sack of a kangaroo. That is correct. Will it fit? It will. So now, there's a Fred, a ridiculous eating device, a freaking ridiculous eating device in the scrotum of a kangaroo. That is, I'm fascinated. I think that is so awesome. I'll probably be carrying that around just so I can show people. I don't want to ruin it, though. That'd be a lot of kangaroos that would have to give up their manhood to make an entire seat for my Dodge Challenger out front. That's what I wouldn't mind having a seat that color and everything. Like, they make this peanut butter interior in the Challengers. I've seen it in the Hellcats mainly, but I think they call it like peanut butter, or people. That's what people are calling it, and it's very similar to this, except it's more. I think it's a little bit lighter, and I'm just judging by pictures. I've never seen it in person, but that is interesting, cool, and odd all at the same time. So I love that. I almost want to keep it in its package so it can display just like it was whenever it came. Next up, we have our Killer Jerky is preservative-free and contains no added sugars, allowing you to enjoy the taste of 100% protein-packed Aussie beef, guilt-free. Oh, there's this side. So, Killer Jerky Company, Uncle Mungo's Mango Reaper, Heat 9 out of 10. Okay, I've got to skip this for right now because my mouth is still burning, but I may come back to this. So some super hot Uncle Mungo's Mango Reaper beef jerky. I'm going to assume that it's got Carolina Reaper in it. Where's the pepper? Yep, Carolina Reaper. Yep, that's the only. Oh, it's got pure capsaicin in it too. You see that? I mean, it's way down on the list, but I'll bet you this is ridiculously hot. So we're just outside of the Best Buy date, which you guys know that doesn't matter to me. And Dan the man. This is obviously. Wait a second. This is a PR1M. What the? You're going to have me saying bad words. I've never had my hands on one of these before. I've never seen one in person before. This is their version. Excuse me. I mean, my nose is just pouring right now. My nose was perfect before we started too. It was doing great. But this is a Menu C PR1M from 2018-19. Wait. Packed 3/2018. Wait a second. Is this 18 or 19, Dan? I can't remember how your guys' date codes go. I think it's 3/19/2018, or is it 3/18/2019? This is up there with one of, if not, this is a top contender for one of the best rations in the world. There's no doubt about it, and they do not surface very often. Okay, Dan says it's 2018. I wasn't sure because I couldn't remember right off the top of my head, so it's March 19th, 2018. I don't know why that. I think we do it wrong in America, is what it is. But I'm just so used to it because the day of the month, and then the month, and then the year makes sense. But over here, it's the month, and then the day of the month, and then the year. So that's just the way we've done it. But this is the lightweight version of the CR1M. This is the Patrol Ration One Man. The PR1M. And that looks to be a luscious, delicious piece of bread right there on top, I'm going to assume. And then you've got your freeze-dried mains in here. One right there. But this thing is, it is a lot lighter than a CR1M. I'm going to guess it's almost a third of the weight lighter. So this weighs about 2/3 as much as a regular CR1M. And I think really the only differences are the mains. So, and these mains are super lightweight though. I can tell just by feeling that. I did see a single main one time. Bob had it whenever I was in Kentucky at Minotaur. He had one main out of a PR1M sitting there, and that's the only time I ever touched a PR1M component. So I did see it one time. So Dan, gee, many Christmas, dude. Wow, I can't believe I did that. I'm gonna have to apologize for that. Hopefully it wasn't too noticeable. And I know what these are. If you guys don't know what these are something that you don't find in the United States. There are some international international marketplaces that I've heard of that have them. I've never found them myself, but the Tim Tams, I describe them as one of the, in my personal opinion, they're like the perfect cookie. They're chocolate covered, always. But the cookie is not rich. The chocolate is not overly sweet. And it's not super... Like, you can eat a few of these and not feel like you've, like, overdone it. If that makes any sense. So, this is salted caramel brownie. I wonder if the middle's, like, soft. Like a brownie or something. And this is decadent triple chocolate. With, like, a... Looks like a chocolate goo in the middle. I thought they all... Well, it's not usually liquidy like that, I don't think. But holy cow, dude. This is a lot. This... I don't even know what to say. Other than, like... Thank you. And wow. And you did not have to do this. Of course, I know you know that. But... Alright, how am I going to put... I want to hang this on the wall, but I also want to carry it in my pocket. But I'm not going anywhere where I can show it off anytime soon, especially not tonight, so... I think I'm going to probably put this back on here like, like this. Put a piece of tape on both sides, or maybe even staple it back, I don't know. And then... hang it up here on my wall, which I'm going to be having a new wall pretty soon, I think. Whew. I think I'm going to have to go take an indigestion pill now. Alright, so I don't know how I'm going to do this right at the moment. If I'm going to try some of the snacks tonight. Well, I guess we'll see what kind of shape this IMP is in, which I'm mainly curious about it because it looks like it's been, at least at some point, stored not so well with the mold started on it, and then it's like somebody stopped it. Somebody caught it, tried to clean it up, probably sprayed some bleach, I don't know, sprayed something on there, trying to stop it. Maybe not, maybe just dried it up and it stopped molding. I don't know. But, I don't know. Oh, wait. Okay, this is the top of the box. That's right. I was like, what is that? Well, Dan, that was an amazing box, man. Holy cow. You definitely got me on the heat, too. I don't know what possessed me to do that the way I did. But, you know, I was like, screw it. I'm just going to do it. I so should have thrown... some Gaviscon? Gaviscon? I don't know what that is. Gotta look it up. Gaviscon. If my internet will work. It's being awful slow. No. They were in damp basement smoky. Some others were really roached. Oh, really? Well, I mean, you know, that's the fun, though, in my personal opinion, is some that were slightly damaged like this to find out. Like, I mean, are they even damaged? We're about to find out. Okay. Oh, indigestion tablets. Oh, it's okay, or liquid, either one. Yeah, I've got some in there. And I'm probably going to be best off to go take some because I can feel it. It's catching up to me. It takes a minute. You know, it doesn't usually happen instantly. Gaviscon. I think I don't know if we have that in the United States or not. Or is that gas gone? No, it'd be... Huh. GAVISCON. Alright. Okay, there we go. Gaviscon. I don't know if that's something we have. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I got it at Walmart. Huh. I've never tried that before. Interesting. Looks like they got a prescription strength as well that you can get a prescription for. Huh. Yeah, I've never used that before. I've always used like used to use Rantadine, and then they did away with that, and I went to something else similar though, and Pepto, Tums. That's pretty much it. Like Pepto's a great starter. You want to do that before you eat something spicy. But give me 1 second, and I'll be right back. Okay. I'll take this really quick. Hopefully I did it early enough to where it'll catch up. Anyways, 1997. This one is, what did I do last week? What year was it? Anybody remember? Was it 07? With like 2006 dates on everything inside? Seems like it was. So this is basically going to be 10 years older. And my guess would be, I'll bet, well, I don't know. We'll find out. But at least 1997, which puts this at being what? Pretty old. 20, 25, 26 years old. Something like that. If you count 97, 98, 99, 2000. Yeah, 25, 26 years old. All right. And what else? Does it say anything? It's beef macaroni. It's menu number 5. It's a lunch menu. Obviously, it says on there that it's possible to have an entree substituted by another one. And like I said last time, I've never had that happen. I know that it could happen because they say it right on the bag, but personally, I've never had that happen. All right, let's dig in and get Smitty some more information for his spreadsheet. Oh, save the bag. I think this is the only 97 I've got. It's the only one. Look at that. Look at that. Looks very different. Ooh, it smells just like an old basement. I mean, to a T. It smells like a little bit of chlorine, a little bit of that old brown paper, like damp books and stuff like that. It's exactly what it smells like. It's like sticking your nose in an old Foot Locker that's been in a basement for a long time. It's got all those like very light industrial smells coming off of it. I like it. 1997, they still gave you a toothpick, which, what the heck happened to that toothpick? It's like it had sugar in it or something. Very weird. Definitely looks like it's got sugar in it. Okay, well, sugary toothpick. Maybe that was like a flavored toothpick and it's separated. I don't know. Like the sugar separated? I'm not really sure. Next up we have a little thing of Lifesavers, which is actually empty. They have melted. They're gone. I have an old thing right here. These came out of that that weird mix between the U.S. and Canadian that Bourbon Street Joe sent. Same thing, around the same time period, except those ones are still in there. I don't know how to like show you guys because I hate to open them and just ruin them. There's no point in that now. There's nothing in them. I mean, there's a little bit of liquefied sugar in there. So that might be a bad sign. We'll see, though. Next up, we've got a thing of... Ooh! We got a tube of peanut butter. 34 grams of it. It's considerably smaller than the old MRE peanut butters. The old MRE peanut butters, I think, were like 43 grams. So... that number backwards. That is a cool thing of peanut butter, though. Never had a tube of peanut butter like that from an IMP before. This thing is packed very neatly. Look at that. It's like just like the day it was packed still. Everything's still in place because of the way they done it with the box on both sides, which is nice. Let's pull this whole shebang out of here. A little bit of sticky there. We got a instant cappuccino mix made by Durry Foods Limited, Mississauga, Ontario. Definitely some Lifesaver leakage on there. I guarantee you that's what that is. Nothing to be worried about. Red Rose Orange Pico. Wow. What is this? So, the 253rd day of 1996, there's two 3.8 gram poids, special blend tea, and then I guess that's just the French, made by Lipton, out of Toronto. Very cool. I've never seen tea like that before. That is interesting. We have some very different packages of sugar. It's like a Sunrise there, made by Patent Packaging Limited, out of Toronto, Ontario. Very cool. The sugars feel perfectly fine. The liquid did not get to them. Well, the liquid, all that is melted Lifesavers, which honestly isn't going to hurt anything. So if there was going to be something bust or melt or anything like that, that's fine. I'm okay with that. And got lucky and it didn't touch the peanut butter, which honestly is quite lucky. And there is a date. The 199th day of 1996. So that is a solid 26 years old. Actually closer to 27, right? Would it be almost 27? I don't know. This is an interesting... this didn't make it because it did get the liquid from the... I guess it absorbed somehow the liquid from maybe the Lifesavers or just where the bag got wet. Excuse me. It's hard as a rock. There's no point in screwing with that. It's going to be a yellow brick of powder. There's those times 2. No good. What else do we have here? Ooh. Huh. Would you look at that? Nice little pepper sauce. Feels like it's all still in there. So an interesting old pepper sauce there. From 1995. The 256th day of 1995. That is most certainly a 5. Same as this one, right here. Those are the same numbers. Yep. Certainly. Huh. 9 grams of pepper sauce. That's quite a bit of pepper sauce. Feels like it might have solidified a little bit right here. It's like a little hard spot in there. but other than that, it's pretty liquidy. It's got a little bit of wet damage on the outside, nothing major. There is this, you see this? That might actually be mold. Huh. Mold, mildew. Just the way it's growing is quite concerning. Huh. Well, keep going. Excuse me. We have thing of matches. Oh, they're made by Eddie Match. White tip, black matches. Strike on back. A little bit of sugar on them. And then we have, look at this. Mini Ritz Bits sandwiches with real cheese. They got a little bit of collateral damage there on the top. But super cool packaging. Very vintage looking and feeling. I gotta go grab a wet paper towel. Or I'm just going to get that all over everything else. All right. I might even clean that Ritz up just real quick, wipe it up, because it's not much on the top here. There's a look at the ingredients list if you want to pause and look. Allergy warning, Nabisco. There's the date code. A little bit hidden. Maybe. 6366AB. I don't know about that being a date code. What are you doing, GG? Huh? Need to go tend to your babies. I don't know. I just think that's super cool. There's only 35 grams of them, but I don't know. I can't really tell. That you can't smell them through the packaging, which is actually a good sign. It's a sign that the packaging's pretty sturdy. All right, let's keep going. Okay, cool. We have these rusks plain, or biscuits, or biscottis. Nature. I don't freaking know. I don't know what French is. I mean, these look perfect. I love this little toast. Little loaf of bread cut into 4 slices, which, I mean, it cut off a big loaf, I'm sure, but the size is pretty small, and you could do just about anything with this. Just dry it out like a crouton, so it's dried and toasted, I'm sure, to be, I mean, look at it. It's 26, 27 years old, and it looks like this. Almost perfect. I love it. Product code 50200. No date code on this, looks like. Not that I'm seeing. It's stamped into that clear plastic, maybe. It's interesting, to say the least. Hey, Molder. Hey, Smokey, really interesting ration tonight. Hope you can eat some of it. Well, that's the hope. That is the hope. And thank you for that super chat, Molder. I really appreciate that. Love going through this older stuff like this. It makes for an interesting, excavation of a ration. Fruit beverage powder, mixed fruit flavors. How odd. Just mixed fruit. And this is also 95. The 214th day of 95. And this is a 97 ration, guys. So they were using 2-year-old components. Almost 2 years old, depending on when exactly this was packaged in 97. But how interesting is it to see stuff that's got a 2-year-old, well over 2 years? It's not like it was the 350th or something, you know. Like, this is almost mid-year. Almost. So, anyway, again, thanks, Mulder, for that. I really appreciate that. So, we got 3 drinks so far here. We got this Orange Pico in this really interesting packaging. Red Rose Orange Pico. Now, Red Rose, that's not the brand or anything. I wonder if that's some sort of proprietary Orange Pico that Lipton had at this time. I've never heard of Red Rose Orange Pico before. I guess we'll see when we open it up, maybe. Let me keep going here, because there's something else in here that looks pretty interesting. What is it? Oh, no way. Look at that. It's an old coffee crisp. That's awesome. Makes a nice light snack. Oh, yeah, well, it's probably not even worth opening up. It's kind of like the Lifesavers. It's gone soft. There's your French side and your English side. But, oh, I love it. Vintage advertising made by Nestle. A little bit of, I don't know if that might come off of there. No, it's got a... No, is that a bug hole? Son of a... With a B. Focus camera. That's a bug hole, guys. I thought this thing felt weird. It's eaten from the inside. Look. It is a perfect Weeble hole. I want it to focus better. Really like to get you that macro shot, because I can see inside the candy bar. So this definitely had a Weeble in it, and it has eaten part of the candy bar on the inside, especially down on this end, because it's a lot softer on this end than it is down here. But I didn't expect to see that, honestly. I really am shocked that and it's just a tiny little hole. Tiny, tiny, tiny. But it is perfect for a Weeble. Perfect size. Finish wiping it off here. It's a little sticky. Don't look much different than the new ones, though. I'll tell you. The looks haven't changed much. Okay, let's set that on top of the bread right now, and I got a couple super chats to come back up to here. Looks like CT said Red Rose is the brand. Orange Pico is a type. I knew that. It's not orange flavor, just orange color. Yeah, so Orange Pico, I'm not a tea connoisseur at all, and I did make this mistake years ago thinking that Orange Pico would have some sort of citrus or orange flavor. But as Trucker just pointed out, and thank you so much for that super chat, Trucker, CT says that Red Rose is the brand. So, which, I mean, I thought that Lipton, which that might be just a coincidence that it's Lipton Monarch PMG. Is that a place, maybe? I'm not sure. But there's a whole lot of tea etiquette and tea, I guess, information that you should know if you're going to be a tea connoisseur of any type. And I am not, and I never claimed to be. But especially when you're dealing with the older stuff like this, which this may be something that's still common, I don't know. But I've never heard of Red Rose Orange Pico before. Which, again, as I think there's a lot of information going on in the chat right now that you guys can learn about tea. B Temple says, CT, not even about the color. Orange Pico refers to the grade and the type of the cut of leaf, originally from India. So it's like grade A, grade B, grade C. I'm sure there's a grading level to it, but as B Temple just said, that has something to do with the grade of tea and the cut of tea, which I'm not sure how they judge the cut, if there's like lower plant stuff, higher plant stuff, or if it's just the type of plant. I don't know enough about tea to tell you guys one way or another. I have done a little research on tea. I've dove into it a little bit, but I haven't retained a whole lot of the information that I learned because it's been a long time since I've done that. And I just didn't want to feel like a complete idiot by saying something off the wall stupid again, because I did say some stupid stuff before. Ooh. So here's the napkin, and there is the spoon. It's got a little bit of a permanent bend to it. Wow, look how flimsy. Let's see, is this it? This is the one that I got last week, which was from 07, I think. But this thing is like, I mean, it's sturdy. This is a nicely rounded on the edges here. Really different. Versus this thing is like the cheapest Dairy Queen spoon that you can get. It's got a little design on it right there. But that is the old IMP spoons. Here's another old IMP spoon. It's got like a weird taper on the end. This one, again, super flimsy, but same exact size. And the one from last week, which was 10 years newer, was a little bit bigger on the end here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Holy cow. A little bit bigger on the end here. It feels like a little deeper. It is. It's a little bit bigger. Hard to tell, though. And the spoons, military eating utensils, they interest me. Especially the disposable ones. Golly. I hit the camera twice in a row. And there is your Canadian issued butt ration. Toilet paper, paper towel, napkin. Smitty would say fapkin. And this can be separated, but this feels completely different. This feels kind of like spongy. I don't know if it's maybe from where it got wet. Oh. All right. I know you guys see that, right? That freaked me out. But you guys know what that is, right? So that should be a Weeble. And a live one. They are actively living and thriving in this. I did not expect that, to be quite honest. Well, let me check more. Okay, so now this is a problem because I have a bunch of rations right here that I cannot allow this to get into them. So I've been looking at everything I pulled out, and I've not seen this yet. So there's one there, and then there should be one that just crawled over to the other side, but I've got to find it. Where did it go? It's right there. So this right now has got to go. See it? I'm done. Oh, there's actually multiple in this napkin. The salt and the pepper staying in there. There's nothing in the bottom. They're only in the napkin, which is weird enough. That's where they've chose to live. But we can't let cross-contamination happen, okay? So this has got to go. And then it's got to go quickly. Right, that looks fine. There's the macaroni and tomato sauce. Sliced apples. Can't let them cross-contaminate other rations. Alright, see this? Yep. We got a problem. They are small and hard to see. Wasn't looking for them earlier. Honestly, I've never dealt with them being alive. Dealt with plenty that were dead. Never dealt with him still alive. Very well could be in here. Very well. Yeah, it's going back in there. Check that already. That can go back in the bag. That can go back in the bag. Sugars, probably won't need them, but that sugar-infested thing could have them in it. I don't see any holes or anything in that. It's okay. I don't see anything on that. Wait, did I miss a super chat? I think I did, guys. I think I just got a little freaked out there. I'm trying to get back to it. I got CTs about the tea, and then RC Gusto says, "Good evening, my friend." You guys got to go check out Gusto's channel. Definitely. Every time you click on a video over there, even if it's a penny or partial penny, it all adds up and eventually ends up going to St. Jude's Children's Hospital, which I commend a gazillion % on him doing that. All the proceeds from his channel go to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. This looks like it's okay. I don't see anything inside of there. I don't see any holes. And there would be a lot more crumbs had they got in there and started eating them. I've got to hurry up and get this out of here, though. Okay, that's not a hole. I was thinking it was. I've got to do an inspection. So this, I was very correct about that hole. And there's definitely a weevil in there. I could put that in a baggie, try to save that old advertising. I don't know. I'm gonna have to burn this. Right now, it's going outside. I will be right back. All right. I need to check the floor just to make sure nothing fell right here. Down here on the floor. Oh, God. Oh, damn it. So I found what looks like a dead one. Oh. Check my boots, my jeans. So this just it's very possible to have a cross contamination happen here, and I don't want that to happen. I don't want it to ruin any of the rations that I've got sitting here. Alright, I think it's okay. I think we're to the point. I think that was the only one in the whole box that was like that. So, I don't think there's any more. Well, I hope there's no more that picked up any of that, any of the weevils. So, really need to look these over one more time, guys. I know it's tedious and monotonous me doing this, but I can't risk getting weevils in my rations, because they will ruin rations right now, and that you won't know it until you open them. You'll never know that your food's gone until you open it up. Just like this. It's a great, perfect example of what can happen, how it can happen, and how basements are, like, they're one of the worst places. If it's a cool, dry is the key word. Dry. If it's damp, it's gonna attract weevils. I don't know what, I mean, they have to have a water source, I guess, to survive, and they have to have moisture to survive, because what happens with all the ones that I've ever seen in packaging, which I left these here, which there's a really good chance that they could be inside. Yep, that's a dead one. Shit. There's a really good chance, I know you guys probably can't see it, but it's right there. I'm gonna have to take my whole set apart tonight. Huh. You know what? I mean, I'm 81 minutes in. I don't think I'm gonna get real creative with this, to be honest. Smitty got the contents list out of it though, which is great. And that's probably a husk. Okay. See that? That's a dead one. I mean, it's just, I mean, you can eat the things. It's not that they're scary or anything like that. It's just the damage that they do to your existing food that you have. If you have like stockpiles of food like I do, they can tear up an entire stockpile of rations in, honestly, days, because they multiply so quickly, and they have an appetite like you would not believe. They literally eat until they die. Sometimes they eat themselves to death. Mostly that's what they do, and then they lay there and dry up, and they eat and they crap, and they eat and they crap, and they eat and they crap. It's a whole thing. They eat tobacco, cigarettes. I've been dealing with them with cigarettes for many years. So, anyways, interesting, I guess. I'm going to go get rid of this. I mean, it's wrapped up in there, but it was for sure dead. But I'm going to go get rid of it. Be right back. As soon as I seen that growth on the inside of the bag, I should have known. Should have known something could have been up. Now, this is another huge concern. Okay? I don't know what's caused this. I'm going to guess it was the Lifesavers. But I can't really tell. It doesn't smell foul or anything. It just smells old. Now let's look inside of here and see if this is compromised. Freddy Chef. This is looking perfect. No delamination. No nothing. Beef macaroni and tomato sauce. 227th day of 96. Pull the apples really quick. Okay, no bugs in there. Good deal. Good deal. All right. Okay, that's looking good. I'm gonna get rid of these, throw this in some boiling water, and I'll be back. I really should take a second look at those Ritz, because I just have a feeling that they got in there as well. Okay, right back. Everybody set a timer, 5 minutes. Actually, from right now, about 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I do not want to go over 5 minutes because I caused last week's to taste metallic because I left it in there for like 8, 9 minutes. If you do not leave them in there too long, they won't have that retort taste. Even if they're old, it's the heat that really releases that metallic flavor into the food. So just long enough to heat it up. Really, honestly, 3 or 4 minutes is enough. So I'm going to try to keep an eye on that and not let it get too hot or too, I guess, sit in there for too long. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up or down, folks. Either way, my old lady got an interesting Kit Kat the other day. Mocha and chocolate. Crispy wafers, but it's got with chocolate bits or coffee bits and chocolate. Kind of different. Like a little tiny miniature coffee crisp. Except more potent in the coffee flavor. It's a little tight in the couch. Can't get that out of my head. It's been stuck in my head for a couple days. The episode of Family Guy where Peter gets the couch stuck to him and they do like a commercial. And that part runs on the commercial where he goes, I think it's a little tight in the couch. A little tight in the couch? Yeah, it's a little tight in the couch. Hot sauce, sugar, which we don't have really any use for. Let's check out this mixed fruit beverage base powder. Oh, what did I do with my cup? What the heck? I know I just saw it. My Superman cup. We're going with Gremlins because I don't know where it's at. This feels perfect. Look at that. Ooh, that's red. That is red, red, red. I'm going to guess like a fruit punch, but it looks perfect. Very fruit punch-like. All right, I'm going to get that out. I don't want it in there for very long. Well, this has been interesting. I started off with that hot sauce. Really lit me up on fire. All right. Set that off to the side. Let's do Water, how much does it call for? Third of a canteen cup? Yep. 227 mils. So holy crap, that's red. Look at that. That is blood red. Bet you it's got that old red 5 in it. I'll dye that spoon red right now too. Use a new spork. All right. Cappuccino. Next. Cut that open. It says to add to 150 mils. Look at that. It's perfect as well. Does not smell good though. It smells like old books. Old books, cardboard, whatnot. I don't have anywhere to put this right now. My hands are sticky. Hot water. I couldn't remember what I needed. What am I doing? Yeah, this is it's been an interesting find to find living weevils. 150 mils. Let's see, how much is that? 150 mils is not very much. Less than 3/4 of a cup. So I'd say that's probably about it. Give it a little bit more. Okay. We'll use the spoon. See any weevil crap on it? It's got a nice foam on top of it. Real nice. Look at that. That looks like a cup of cappuccino. I don't know how they do it. Straight out of a pouch or a old paper plastic thing. Let's go with... I even hate to open these, but hopefully I'll find another pack of them in another one of these and be able to keep them for display because I think they're awesome. It's a very rare item. Oh my God. Nope. I am not eating those. I am sorry. Those smell like, I don't even know, like bleach, chlorine. They're so strong it takes my breath away. Smells like a damp, wet basement. They smell like mildew, mold, mildew. Wish I wouldn't open them now. They didn't smell until I opened them. I'm not opening those. There's no point in it. The two retorts and the tube, I feel like can probably hold up. I'll go get some crackers out of my pantry. I'm going to open this up with the knife. See what they look like. Ooh, not good, folks. Not good at all. Give it a smell. Yeah, it smells like It smells very much like paint. Not fresh paint either. But it's got a very, very familiar smell that, yeah, I'm not eating that. I'm not eating it. Not even going to attempt that. Some of the grossest looking apples I've seen in a long time. Outside of like some apples out of, well, maybe pears, peaches out of an MCI or something. Yeah, nope. I'm going to go get rid of these as well. I'll be right back. And I forgot crackers for the peanut butter. Of course, I almost hate to open that up as well, but you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I thought I had a peanut butter that came in the one Bourbon Street Joe sent. What did I do with it? Hang on a second. I think I got one in here. Same time period. Oh crap. If I do, I don't know what I've done with it. But I do have, maybe this is what I was thinking of, was the honey. Because it's the same time period. Actually, yeah. 96, a 200 and something day is on the honey. This is also 96. It's got a little something going on inside of there. In that fold, that is not a good sign. I thought I was going to need that for the apples, but that is not the case. I'm curious to see if the main has held up, of all things. Our beef macaroni. Ooh, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't smell bad, actually. Surprisingly enough. I mean, it is exactly what it says it is. We got your ground beef, tomato sauce, and there's a lot of beef left in here. I don't necessarily want to dig it out, but I'm going to. It's like really dry looking. It's kind of, I mean, it's got a little bit of an odd look to it. Tend to your kitties, GG. Tend to your babies. Okay. Well, nothing left now to do but maybe try it. Alright, come here. GG. What? Hang on, time out, guys. I'm going to get her a can of food. Here, Gigi. There. All right. It's right there, Gigi. There you go. There. Hard-headed cat. Okay. Well, you know, I don't know about this one, guys. This one's, everything else has been a no-go. And for me to think that this has made it, which look how easy that macaroni's literally just falling apart. Ay, ay, ay. This is a dangerous one, I'm not going to lie. Especially with the live bugs inside. Let me just stick my tongue on here. It's got kind of a cheesy flavor to it, and I don't think it's supposed to. There's not an ingredients list, is there? Maybe there is on here. Let's see if it's supposed to have like Parmesan cheese in it or something, because if not, no, it's not going to say. Look, here's, I'll have to get a picture of this for you, Smitty. This, no, it won't. It won't tell you what's in each menu. Dang it. It'll tell you what's in this one, but you know what's in this one now. Alright, well, I guess that leaves the drinks and maybe the peanut butter I can open up and go get some like Ritz crackers, but let's see if this cappuccino is any good. Matt's here. Matt. Which Matt? Viper? Matt? Oh, what's going on, Viper? Viper GTS, he's got a channel as well, guys. You should go subscribe to. Let me check my super chats, because it looks like I might have missed it. God dang it. It will not let me check back. Anyway, first thing I'm getting ready to try, maybe one of the only, down the hatch, maybe? Nope. That's not, nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. That tastes like the basement. And I don't mean a little bit. I mean, that's all I can taste. That's horrible. That's sad, because that was probably really awesome at one point in time. The moisture just killed this one. Let's see if the fruit drink has held up. Okay, that's fine, actually. No weird tastes at all. I mean, it's not good for you, but it tastes like fruit punch. It's not bad. All right. Looks like it might have locked my screen up even. I don't see anything on the table. No more bugs. That was a little bit stressful. I'm not going to lie. The stress of it, of the cross-contamination, really is the main thing. And that also means that, which, when they have a food source, they stay localized. And you've seen there was a few in there. There was like 5 or 6 that we saw on that napkin. They were on the napkin, which means that they were probably eating the napkin. That was their food of choice at the moment. Everything else in there must have been so skunked that they didn't want anything to do with it. More nutritional value in that napkin than there was. That's pretty sad. Anything else. But anyway, where did I put Dan's package at? Oh, here it is. All right. So Dan sent some jerky and some Tim Tams, which are freaking amazing. And he also sent me a Kangaroo Scrotum. If anybody missed that earlier, this is Australian-made, genuine Kangaroo Scrotum. And I assume that it really is. I mean, it doesn't appear to have any seams on it anywhere, so it was literally just cut off and put this little cinch string through it, and done deal. Like, that's probably maybe the actual shape. And then they tanned it out, turned it inside out, tanned it, flopped it back around, tanned it and dried it, and boom, Kangaroo Scrote for your little valuables or whatever you want to use it for. Already been there, done this. And Heat Seekers is what this one's called. It's got a really nice copper colored lid on it, little glass jar, and there's enough in here to last you, I'm going to say, you could probably make easily 50 bowls of chili, 50 pots of chili, depending on the size of your pot. But I could make 50 pots of my size pot of chili with this, and this would add enough heat. 1/50th of this would add plenty of heat, because it does not take much. And here we have Uncle Mungo's Mango Reaper, heat level 9 out of 10. So may as well, since, I mean, everything else was skunked. So we might try another IMP next week. We'll see. I don't know. It just depends. It's summertime, just about. I'm trying to think. I need to find some brown bag MRE cases for sale. I need to pick them up because I left behind like 5 cases of brown bag MREs in New York that I still have not got back from Eating History. Don't get me started on that because I'm not happy about that. They need to get my SHIT back to me. So, let's see, nice fibers going on in there. It's not super dry, which jerky that's overly dry, like some of the Canadian jerky from the Rations, really is just not to my liking. Because it's so dry, you really got to suck on it for a while and rehydrate it. It just has to be rehydrated. And this is going to be super hot because it's got straight capsaicin in it. That's one of the ingredients right here. And then it also has Carolina Reaper, which is, I'm going to assume, is that red stuff that's on there. And I'm not going to eat that whole piece. I'm going to rip it in half. And here we go. Oh, I can taste the Reaper. It's got a very distinct taste. I don't like the way Reaper tastes. It's probably like, it's one of my least favorite pepper flavors. It just tastes like just like a straight chemical, pretty much. Yeah, that's hot. That's really hot. Yep. And the more you chew on it, the hotter it gets. Of course, that makes sense. It's nowhere near as hot as that powder, though. I have some straight up ghost pepper powder somewhere. Can't remember what I done with it. VAT 19, that's what that place was called. I got that stuff from. VAT 19. That's going to be hard to eat, I'm not going to lie. That is going to be hard to eat. I'm going to have a hankering for something spicy to be able to get that down. And then I've got this amazing PR1M in here. And pick a Tim Tam. I want to try the Brownie one. Just because it says it's Brownie. I don't know if that means that the cookie's going to be different. Extra chocolate and extra gooey center. Extra chocolate, huh? So there's only 8 biscuits in there, which means that they're probably thicker than normal, because I think normally there's 11 or something like that in a, maybe 10 or 11 in a regular size Tim Tam container. I have one that's got 1 left in it. I've been saving for a rainy day, and I've had a package of these last me for 3 years that I've slowly munched on them and it was open. Which, I mean, I closed it back and glued it back down and put a chip clip on the end of it. But the way these things are encased with chocolate, it's pretty hard to make them go bad. Like this is a food that really does actually last. And it's got a really nice light color to it. But you go like this, a little flap over, chip clip. I'm going to just stick it back down in here for the time being. And take a look at that. Nice. It smells really good. It's got a really subtle and it's a very attractive chocolate flavor smell. It's like a really pleasant chocolate candle. I don't smell any brownie to it or anything, but give it a try. Go on. Go on, cat. That's a lot of caramel. This is like, one of these cookies to me is a little miniature dessert all in itself. It's not just like having one cookie. This is like having a substantial little dessert, in my opinion. The caramel's got a lot going on. The texture, a little bit grainy, but it tastes like it's high quality. It's got a really nice flavor to it. The cookies taste normal to me. Could be wrong, but I should read more. One thing about Tim Tams, though, they melt in your fingers very quickly. And there's something called a Tam Slam. You do it, I think, with a cup of coffee or hot chocolate or milk. But you bite just the very end off of each side, and then you suck whatever coffee or milk or whatever through the center. And I've done that a few times, and it is quite delightful. It does soften the cookie throughout, and then it turns into this different type of dessert. Like this really soft, delicate, and very, not overly rich, but more rich than it was. Like, this is not very rich. I mean, it's rich, but it's not real rich. Like, if this was made in America, a cookie with caramel in the middle like this, you could not eat more than one. It'd be so sweet to a fault, you know. Let's read here. See if it says anything. Here we go. Irresistible milk chocolate coated with extra chocolate. It covers 2 crunchy biscuits, luscious velvety chocolate brownie flavored cream, and an extra gooey salted caramel center. Wait, what? It's got a brownie cream in it? Huh. I don't see it. I do not see it. Maybe a little something right there on the edge, but I thought that was just like overflow from the chocolate on the outside. Huh, hang on a second. I mean, it looks like just caramel. Oh, over here. Right here. That's the cream. Let me just try the cream on its own there. Oh, wow. It's really powdery. Almost like if you were to eat chocolate milk powder. It's kind of like what that is. It's very light. Really good, though. Got it all over me, but good stuff. Yeah, those things right there just make me fatter. I just can't stay away from them. If I have access to them, I want to eat them. And I think it is because they're not so overly sweet and super rich. I think I like my stuff to be more mild. A lot of people like that rich, like real rich stuff. I'm going to save that for after a smoke here. Clean myself up a little bit. It's been a rough one. I've been sweating. I've been freaked out. I've been I went through a whole roller coaster of stuff. And I've got this PR1M sitting on the same table in the box as that ration was. See, I've got to go through these IMPs now and make sure they're not compromised, the other ones. So, I mean, it happens. It's something I've dealt with before. Like I said, though, it's just typically you don't run into them when they're alive like that. And, thank you. I sure don't feel it. I feel like a bloated mess of a human. Oh. Huh. Well, since it was, ended up Dan saving the day with some edible food that I ate out of his package. Having a Winfield Classic from Dan. A $2 cigarette. Brand new, but, well, not brand new now, probably a year or so old. Look how it's nicely packed. These aren't bad. Even if these are like your bottom tier stuff over there, these are not bad. I like them. I don't know if I'd make them my go-to, but let me really analyze it. I mean, I don't know. I might be able to get with this on an everyday basis. I might just be able to hack it. It's hard for me to find a brand of cigarette that I can tolerate. I can't stand a crappy cigarette. I just can't. And you can knock Pall Mall all you want. It is the closest thing to what Marlboros used to be that you will ever find. I've went through every single brand that American Spirits are good, but they're not anything like the old Marlboros. Old Marlboros were good. American Spirits are a lot more pure, void of a lot of chemicals that plague most other brands. And they do that stuff on purpose just to make them more addictive. I think it's stupid. Nicotine's addictive enough on its own. Leave it alone. Like, just leave it alone. And I picked up these recently, not too long ago. And as you can see on there, it says non-filter. Well, I thought, how can you screw up a non-filter cigarette, right? Like, Camel non-filters are not bad. Pall Mall non-filters are not bad. They still make them. And they're pretty good. They're really good, actually. Probably the best as far as a non-filter goes. But somehow, some way, Pyramid screwed these up. And I think it's R.J. Reynolds, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's Leggett. Yeah, Leggett Group. Liggett. Leggett. Leggett. They can sig it. Suck it. They can sug it. They suck. Friggin' suck. And then you've got a couple classic brands that were honestly the best of their time whenever they used to rule. And why they didn't make these a quality brand today, I'll never understand. Why they went the super cheap route with Chesterfields and friggin' Lucky Strikes. Both. They went mega cheap with both of these. These are both now just complete and total crap. They're bottom tier. They're one of the worst you can buy. They're one of the cheapest. Lucky Strikes, almost every time I'm at the store or whatever and I'm looking, these are 50 cents to $1 off. Right on the pack, it'll say like 50 cents or $1 off, like a little coupon like right on it, or it's like printed on the cellophane. And the price is already like super low. It's $1.50 to $2 less than a pack of Pall Malls. And same exact thing goes for Chesterfields. Chesterfields has went the way of like let's see, back in the day it used to be, what brands was it? Doral and I can't remember. Mom used to smoke these nasty cigarettes. Can't remember what brand they were, but they were like the cheapest, absolute cheapest cigarettes you could buy. And back then, I'd say Mom was paying like, this is back in like mid-90s, mid to late 90s. She was probably paying like $1 a pack for them back then. And now you can get a pack of Lucky Strikes for probably about $3.50 to maybe even $3. Sometimes even less, depending on where you get them at. And that's half the price of a pack of Pall Malls. I consider Pall Malls the best, and they have been catching on and catching on and catching on. The price has been going up and up and up. Pall Malls are now more expensive than Marlboros. I don't get that, but it is what it is. I talked it out. Got so fed up with me talking it went out. Yeah, I'm getting ready to wrap things up because I don't want to call it a fail. I think this was an interesting experiment. I think we got to go through some interesting stuff. It's not every day that you come across a ration that's alive, right? I mean, that thing was teeming with life. It had quite a bit going on. It's not something I like to run into exactly because, as you could see, I did go through with opening everything up except the peanut butter. That's the only thing I didn't open. And all the Ritz, but there's no point. After opening that bread, I can guarantee you these are worse than those probably. And these turned out to be, I mean, the smell is overwhelming. Chlorine is a really harsh scent that I pick up out of here, and like obviously that old book, and it's a very strong mildew smell, and that is probably why we don't see any bugs in here, because if it's not good to us, they don't want to eat it either. Like, they don't want anything to do with it. It's too bad. 1 out of 10 so far. That's not bad. And you seen, like last week, the one, it was the 10-year difference, but like Dawn said, that one had been in a basement at one point, and I think the other ones are 98s. Wait, was this a 96? Oh yeah, I took it outside. It's got bugs in it. I can't remember if this was a 96 or a 97. But the other two are a different year. The other white bags are a different year. And I'm thinking that they might have not suffered the same fate. But as you saw, they were in there right next to it. And if there was going to be any cross-contamination, they were going to go to the one right next to it or the one to the bottom of it. So I need to either seal this box up I'm gonna have to store it outside, which it's already been stored. It's already been stored inside now for a couple weeks, which means, but like I said, they pretty much stay localized. You can't guarantee that, but as long as they have a food source that they're happy with, they're not going to go venturing off what to them would be miles of you know having to travel miles to get something different. They will they'll stay put and eat there. So freezing it wouldn't work with weevils. Basically, they'll go into a hibernation state, and as soon as they get back out into some heat, they'll be good to go again. The only way really is to get them out of there, or for them to run out of food sources, or to eat themselves to death, all of them, and keel over without reproducing. So, but there was more in there than I had expected to see. Can't believe I freaked out like I did, because I just wasn't expecting to see anything moving. Seen plenty of carcasses over the years, but it's not every day, like I said, that you see them whenever they're kicking. So I haven't really kept up as much as I'd like to on the whole Johnny Depp thing, but I'm sure you guys have probably seen some stuff. I like to see your guys' opinions on current events and what things are happening and going on. It's all right, Tim. It's not that big a deal, man. It just, it's one ration. It's not so far. It's just the one ration. And I had one out of this box, like I said, last week, and I ate the entire thing. Even the Ritz crackers in that ration were still good, and I've never seen the Ritz crackers hold up because they got so much fat in them, especially in the cheese and stuff. It always goes rancid. Always. And it makes the crackers really weird. It makes the crackers turn into basically what this has turned into, except not as strong as this. This is one of the worst smells I've smelled. It's very bad. But that's just the ration game. That's part of it. It's one of those things that happens. I'll tell you what I am going to do, though, tonight is I'm going to get this out of here. I'm going to go through it, see if I see anything in there, and then I'm going to tape it all back up, and then I'm going to go through all my other stuff that's right here next to it. She's a nutcase. Yeah, well, I would have to, from what I've seen, I would have to somewhat agree. I think, here's what I think about, just in general, about seeing what I've saw. I have not saw it all. I have not seen it all. I've seen probably, I don't know, I've probably watched a few hours of it on and off, just, parts of it. For him to be willing to air his dirty laundry, so to speak, to put some of the stuff out there that he's putting out there, the way he's putting it out there, think of it like this. He could have not done this, and normal folks here in the United States would have never known all these intimate details of, like, parts of his life. I will say one of my favorite parts, which I think he is putting on, which I know he's putting on a performance, especially the way he speaks, and he takes long pauses, and then he'll continue with his story to try to make it more dramatic, he was being questioned about Marilyn Manson, and it is one of my favorite parts that I've seen of like I said, I haven't seen it all, but his response was just, it was money. He said, yeah, I gave him pills. I can't, this is not word for word, but he said, yeah, I gave him pills one time to get him to stop talking, and he smirked, and it was just funny. And then I heard him say yesterday, I think it was, or I watched the video yesterday, I guess it was, probably from Friday, or what might have been yesterday, where he was like, "Yeah, ask me another question so they can object to it." Which I was like, "Okay, you're just," and that, like, nobody said anything. It's the weirdest thing. I guess it's different, but it is a jury trial, so I guess it is federal, right? I'm not sure about the details, exactly how this works, or what how in depth it is. I know he's suing her for a lot, and rightfully so, kind of. Just from what I know of it, I like a lot of people's opinion that would have seen the things that I've seen. If you're analyzing it just, on a raw basis of what we're seeing and taking their words for it for what's being said, she probably ain't going to win, or even break even here, or spend, who knows, an ungodly amount of money on lawyers, which I'm sure they're taking advantage of this like crazy, and they're going to spend a lot of time in court. But whoever took her case on would have probably only taken it on for the money, because they're going to go in there and they're going to be fighting an uphill battle, to say the least. It's an interesting thing, man, to see super famous dude kind of having trailer park problems, right? That's kind of how I would describe some of the stuff. I mean, some of the stuff, like the whole bed thing, like that is, everyone loses. Exactly. That's kind of where I was at with this, like thinking of him doing this. Like, he's got to be doing this just because he was like done. He was like, you know what? I got nothing left to lose. I'm going to do it. And at the end, people will have, at least they'll have the whole story, and they'll be able to see my side and hers, both sides. Which, don't get me wrong, he wasn't no angel in this, not even by rock star standards, right? Like, he had his indiscretions, I would call it, or what I don't know if that word means exactly what I want it to mean, but if that makes sense to you guys. No, I don't think so. As far as I know, they don't. I'm pretty sure she has one. Whoa, what's up, dude? Gabriella, my man. Yeah, the bed. What do you call it? He called it a what? Like, he called it something funny. Oh, my brain. It ain't working right. A grumpy. He called it a grumpy or something like that. Oh, yeah. But again, he's putting on a performance. Um, yeah, grumpy. That's right. Yeah. I thought of it before you got it up there. Took me a minute, but like, he's definitely putting on a performance. I think he's done a good job, because everyone seems to be leaning his way as of right now, and we'll see. I mean, even if he wins and doesn't look at her and say, "You'll never catch Captain Jack Sparrow," and wouldn't it be awesome if he had like one of those ropes in the courtroom with like some sort of velvet drape or something they had in there. They had like one of those tiebacks, and he grabbed that and swung across the courtroom and landed on his lawyer's table, and then delivered some really cool Jack Sparrow line, and maybe slammed a bottle of rum and took off. Yeah, I was a fan of the movies. I think he did a good job with that, and he was what he impersonated, like what he thought Richards was like, or would be like if he was drunk or something. But I liked his character. I think he did a good job with it, and my kids are at the age where those movies were predominant in my house. Like, we watched those movies a lot as my kids were growing up. So I've saw all those movies probably. I mean, I would hate to even guess how many times I've seen each one of the Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's a lot. It's a lot, and there's a lot of other parents out there like me, that with kids around my age, my kids' age, that their kids grew up watching those types of movies, and with what Disney's doing now, I can't. I can't condone what they're doing. No, I can't. I just can't. I don't like the stance that they've taken. Leave politics out of Disney. Like, and they've been doing creepy, weird stuff for years, and it's kind of been glanced over and looked over. Like, you know how like they had sex in the clouds, or I think it was the clouds in Little Mermaid. I think it was. I mean, there's like little stuff like that throughout films back in the day, kind of pre-internet stuff where now internet sleuths made a big deal of showing it, but all it was Lion King. Gabe says, okay, so it was Lion King. There was something in the movie that I just mentioned with Ariel, Little Mermaid. There was something in that one too. I can't remember what it was, but there's little innuendos and little things like that in movies throughout the ages, throughout the Disney franchise's years. And oh, really? VHS? I'll probably have that. Huh. I'm going to have to dig out all of our old... We have like probably 250 Disney VHS movies. I mean, seriously, I have hundreds. Oh, you missed it, Gabe. My food had weevils in it, little, and they were alive. This is the only thing that was consumable out of the entire meal. Everything else was roached. The really cool Ritz package. It's 25, 26 years old. This, for a food collector, for an advertisement collector, like this is a gem right here. Same with those Lifesavers, but those probably had weevils in them. And anything with a brand on it like this, that's got 20 plus years on it, like these are collectible now. This is a collectible. So is the IMP itself, but all the coffee crisp too. Oh yeah, they even got in the coffee crisp. They ate about that much of the end of that coffee crisp. You could feel like it was soft on the inside where they had just eaten the inside of it. So about that much, probably a sixth of the bar or so, and they had just tore it up on the inside. I had hoped to be able to save that because I just assumed that the weevils were dead whenever I first saw it. I was like, well, I might still be able to save that, and it'd be a cool display piece, a 26-year-old coffee crisp, because that's the oldest coffee crisp I've ever seen, personally. It had a Nestle on it, like real big at the top. I like that, and Nestle, that's a big collectible brand. But yeah, no, it's probably teeming with life inside of it. Had I opened that thing up, that would have probably been... I'm glad I didn't, because that would have been this... Could have possibly been an explosion of life come out of that thing, and I did not want to deal with that. I've got other food here that it can't... Expensive stuff that it cannot get into. That those things cannot get near. So, cross-contamination. That's what I said earlier. That could be the problem. All right, Dan, we'll see you later, buddy. Thank you so much for that insanely expensive box that you sent, and for putting me through some torture at the beginning of this live stream, because I did do the, what was it, 1.2 to 2 million Scoville hot sauce? Can't remember. It's right here. Or not sauce, but powder. 1.2 to 2. It lit me up for like 10 minutes. Gave me a nice endorphin rush. But alright, guys. Flipping the camera around. We're going to sign off with the old Kangaroo Scrotum here in plain sight for everybody to gaze upon. Well, you know, all the everything I've said about like scrotum so many times, and so, you know, I wonder if YouTube will flag this live stream because of it. I think I was talking about a scrotum. Yeah, I'm talking about a kangaroo dried up leather. What's leather now? Genuine kangaroo leather made in Australia. Good old kangaroo scrote. But all right, guys. Oh, Don, dude, buddy, it happens, but. I would say maybe, I think you did bag those ones though, which would be great if they can actually chew through the plastic bags, but you probably won't have that happen. Most likely, sealing them up like that, if you can deprive them of oxygen completely for long enough, they might die. So bagging them up like that might be good. But all right, guys. I gotta say, I had fun this time, even though it was a little bit of a mixed bag of craziness. The box from Dan was absolutely amazing. Update on the kittens. They're looking super duper cute and fluffy, and they need homes. So anybody that really wants to have them, like I said last week, like I am willing to do some traveling to find these things good new homes. So just think about it. If you guys are interested, hit me up. I'll see what I can do about maybe us meeting halfway or something like that. If that's something you could pull off yourself, the halfway trip, I could do the other half. And yeah, all of that shipment will be going into the freezer for a week. Well, I mean, maybe that. I honestly, I don't think that'll work. I think, from what I know of them, unless you got like a freezer that gets way, way, way in the negatives, and I'm not even 100% sure that'll kill them, because they go into a hibernation state, and whenever they come back out and they thaw out, they just go right back to it. It's really crazy with those things. They're really hard to kill. I mean, they're not hard to kill. You can just go like that and kill them, but without touching them, I guess is what I'm looking for. I don't know. Cutting off their oxygen though in the bags, that should help. As long as they don't come trying to burrow out, if you can cut their oxygen off completely, vacuum seal. If you had a vacuum sealer, that would be great. Or even use just like really good like the big gallon baggies, whatever IMP will fit into, and use a pump to suck out all the air, and then seal it up as you suck all the air out. That way there's really no air in there, and then just let them set for a while. That might do it. See if Sean might know anything. You know the kind of folks you have to say goodbye to 20 times before you get off the phone? That's my uncle. That's how I am sometimes. I have people do it to me. I do it to people. It's not that I don't recognize social cues. It's just a lot of times when I'm talking to people, it's been a long time since we've caught up or whatever, and it takes a minute. But Sean has dealt with a lot of old food and old cleaning out of food, so I don't know. Maybe he has a tip or two on how to deal with live weevils. I'm not sure, but he might. I would say oxygen deprivation would be high up on the list in my personal opinion. That's what I'm going to do with the other two white ones for sure. And I think the brown ones were fine as long as no cross-contamination has happened. I'm just going to look the bags over really, really good. I'm going to look inside the box and make sure there's nothing loose laying down in there. I'm going to seal the two white ones up in the bags like I've suggested and see if maybe that helps. But from now on, they're going to be stored outside in a different area. So, but all right, guys, I guess I want to say a huge thanks to you all for spending your time with me tonight and going through this journey with me. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up or down. Either way, it doesn't matter. And thank you guys, my patrons. You guys are amazing. I am not worthy. I appreciate you guys so much that I cannot wait until I get situated around here and I'm in I'm set up to start giving back over there. But like I've mentioned, if you were a patron before and you're not now, I'll be able to go back and check how long you were, and that'll kind of determine what type of package I send you. But everybody that's been a patron gets a package. That's just how it is. I've done it like 3 times so far. I think 3 times, maybe 4. And I try to do my best to give back pretty much anything that has been sent my way. to equal out or go over. But all right, tomorrow, Ration Museum live stream, guys. Don't miss that. I'll be making a post about that tomorrow. It'll probably be at 3 o'clock, I assume. And yeah, I hope to see you guys there in that chat. And all I got left to do now is say thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out. And I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Later.